My name is Leyla Ajaralu. My home is an apartment in Brunswick, and I live there with my partner. Well, when I did my ecological footprint, it allowed me to see things for how I choose to purchase and how I get around, so my transportation and my size of my house and the energy that I use in my house. All those things, I could actually look at and categorize how much of an impact I was having in those areas. And one area I noticed was my food consumption. Even though I live in an apartment, I still thought that I'd be able to grow a few things at home. So on my balcony, I have just some small herbs and things. Last summer I had tomatoes, and this year I have mushrooms under my sink, and I'm trying to grow zucchinis. Apparently they grow in a vine and they'll grow over my balcony, but we'll see how that goes. I wanted to reduce my impact of my waste from my house, and I do a lot of recycling, but one of the biggest part of my waste stream is just organic waste, so things from cooking in the kitchen. And so living in an apartment makes it really hard to have a compost, so I actually made a little worm farm for my balcony. Another thing I do is I made the decision to purchase 100% green power. I got power boards that actually allow you to switch things off, so the television, things like that. So since I purchased my flat last year, I really wanted to make sure that all the decisions I made weren't going to be having a huge negative impact. And the best ways that I did that, I think, was by being really conscious of what materials I was putting into my home. I just did a kitchen renovations, and I got as much of my white goods secondhand, which is fantastic because I got really good quality products at a pretty good price. And I also got all my benches made out of old recycled floorboards. It was totally easy to calculate my footprint. I just jumped online, and once you've actually done an assessment of your own life, and it's really simple, you just put in like how much meat do you eat a week and how do you get around? Do you drive a car this much, or do you ride a bike this much? You can do an assessment, and then you can actually see how much CO2 that you emit and all these sorts of things. And then you can go back and change things. You can say, okay, if I didn't drive as much in a week and I chose to swap to public transport, or if I chose to swap to riding a bike, how much can I reduce my impact that way? So it really helps you see that by small changes that you can actually start to make accumulative changes across your life.